we're live.
I'm playing with my dog.
That's great. We got a show, Pete. We got a show to do.
Oh, are we on? Yes. Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 127. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, executive producer, the show creator. That's my son, Matt.
That's me.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Rocking the Christmas flannel this morning as it's... I realize, though, that I really can't complain about
What makes it a Christmas flannel?
I got it for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a Christmas present.
I thought you had that already.
No, this is new and you don't soft and stuff.
I was like, does it have Santa somewhere? I don't see.
So I realized that I should. It's like 15 degrees here with a wind chill of 0.
Did you just say 50 degrees?
15.
Oh.
15.
Like, how cold is that wind?
But I realized that we have viewers and listeners in Vermont and Maine, so I probably should not complain.
I think we should send you up there for a while. Just make you suffer.
So
and
Abby,
then you'll be grateful for where you live.
Abby and Laurie, let us know what you have for a temperature this morning, all right? Thank you for checking us out. Our goal is to always start your day off on a positive note, so if you enjoy what we do, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are live on YouTube weekday mornings at 8, and you can also catch us on all of your favorite podcast apps. Coming up today, are you a fan of eating leftovers? Which foods are better when you rewarm them? The world remembers Bob Saget. A number of men don't like what they see in the mirror. And what's the worst app that you can be on right before bed? We'll get to those stories and much more in just a few.
I think we all know the answer to that question, though.
What's that? Oh,
the worst app?
Yeah, probably.
We'll save it, but
yeah.
I think we all know the answer.
Probably not going to be a surprise.
Probably not.
No.
It's definitely Tinder. Yeah, don't be looking for love before bed.
Swiping right.
Yeah.
We are awaiting the arrival of Trish, who normally gets out at 6 o'clock on Tuesday mornings, but I guess she got delayed today. So,
what's the saying? Poop happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Charlie's bouncing around here. He's like, "What's up? Something? Isn't my mom usually here today?" So,
yeah. So he's just chilling. Yeah.
I took him out this morning, and we do have a little sweater for him.
We do.
Trish got him.
We actually have multiple.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, the last one was Christmas themed. So I guess he's just down to one.
He's got an LL Bean thing, isn't it?
Yeah, very fancy.
Yeah. So I put that on him this morning. And I took him outside, and they don't seem bothered by the cold.
They have this thing called fur. I don't know if you know about this as well. That helps. Yeah, that definitely helps.
Oh, okay.
By the way, Abby says it's -8 with a wind chill of -28.
Oh, my God.
So why don't you stop complaining over there, bud?
I didn't say I was
Why don't you throw on your shorts and go to the beach?
I didn't say I was complaining.
And relax.
They had one of those polar plunges in town on January 1st.
I believe they always do.
Have you ever considered doing that?
No, I went once and watched somebody else do it.
Oh, that's right,
and that just furthered my belief that I'll never do it.
People are whacked. I mean, I can't.
I mean, we're probably insulting people that watch the show and do it, but
sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like cold showers and stuff have benefits, but I just can't wrap my head around it. Multiple people have told me to try it, and every single time I cry a little bit inside.
I'm good.
So I don't think I should start my day with something that makes me cry.
Does anyone is talking about cold showers? I read something the other day about a great way to start your day is when you take a shower, for the last 30 seconds, put it on cold, and it gets your skin all tingling and awakens all your senses. Man, I don't know.
Again, I've tried it.
You've tried it?
Well, yeah, a bunch of people say that it's so good and has all these benefits, but it just makes me hate life even more. I don't. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe you need to also, I don't know, have some positive thinking going on. I never do.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It is National Milk Day today. It commemorates the day many people think the first milk deliveries in glass bottles began in the United States.
Many people think.
Yeah.
We have no record.
It's National Step in a Puddle and Splash Your Friends Day. I don't know how they come up with these things.
Do it to me and we're no longer friends.
It is National Human Trafficking Awareness Day, and it's also Shop for Travel Day. As the holiday season fades away, our minds turn to our next opportunity for a vacation. So why not shop for travel?
That does bum me out a little bit because most people probably just came back from a trip and now it's like, all right, you made it 10 days. Let's book another trip.
Let's do it again.
It's like, man, that's sad. Charles, buddy, you just want to be the star of the show? Is that
Good
what it
thing.
is?
Can you turn around at least so they can get a good shot?
Oh,
Why does he do this? Is he like, please,
I don't know.
could I have a cookie? It's a good thing though
Awkward
that
silence.
it's a good thing that Shop for Travel Day is on a Tuesday, because I've heard Tuesdays are the best days for
I don't
getting rates.
I don't get why. I don't understand it, but it is true.
It does seem to be.
It is true, yeah.
Yeah, if you look for a flight on a Tuesday, you'll get a better deal. On the Datebook today, it was on this day in 1963, the Beatles released Please Please Me. Super Bowl IV was played on this day in 1970 in Tulane Stadium in New Orleans as the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Minnesota Vikings 23-7. Len Dawson of Kansas City, the quarterback, was the MVP. The American League adopted the designated hitter rule on this day in 1973. We talked about J.K. Rowling yesterday. She finished the seventh and last Harry Potter novel on this day in 2007. And it was on this day in 2010 that Simon Cowell left American Idol. Celebrity birthdays: Alexander Hamilton was born on this day in 1755. Mary J. Blige is 51, and former NFL quarterback RG3, Robert Griffin III, is 32 today. All right, I see we have the chats going this morning. Who's here?
Let's see. Gail's here. Diane's here. Good morning, guys.
Good
Gary's
morning.
here. He said 14 degrees in Rhode Island feels like -2.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. Lori says -7 here in Maine, and it will be -27 with a wind chill. So yet again, we say, Pete, shut up. Gail says that is one comfy-looking flannel, Pete.
It is. It's very nice.
He also has it tucked in, so it kind of like completes the lumberjack vibe.
That's right. Lumberjacks do tuck
You just
it
need
in,
some
right.
like work boots.
Oh, but yeah, I got sneakers.
Yeah.
I'm rocking sneakers.
I don't think any. Oh, Trish is here.
Trish is here. Hi, Trish.
My name's not Trish.
Oh, don't bump into the calendar, Charlie, please.
The calendar.
The camera.
Don't bump into the calendar, Charlie.
Don't bump into the camera.
We'll never know what date it is. I don't have anything.
We don't have any cookies
Yeah, so I
today,
can't give you
because
anything.
we knew Mom was coming. So,
Yeah,
welcome home. How was your night? Good.
that's good. Charlie, I don't have anything, man. He just comes and stares at me.
Hey, we just heard from, let's see, Lori in Maine. It is what? -9?
-7.
-7.
Real feel of -27.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Abby-
Dad's complaining about it.
Abby's also in
Here.
negative numbers, right?
Chilly out there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Abby says -8. So,
Anyways, we're getting
Welcome.
distracted quite frequently.
yes, we are.
It's not only your fault, Trish. This guy is like, he's just pausing for like 15 seconds at a time to stare at Charlie. I don't know. Yeah. There's no one watching at this point.
no, probably not.
Nobody.
Nobody.
There's no one watching at this point.
All right. So
Anyways,
good to have you with us this morning.
Charlie's going crazy.
Checking the news, about 1/4 of workers are looking to get a new job this year. Of those employees, some want to move into tech-related industries. 60 Minutes had a big piece on this the other night. Roughly 23% of those surveyed last month said they want to quit this year. Another 9% have already found a new job, and an additional 9% said they'll retire this year. Most of those resignations are happening in the retail industry, food, and hospitality industries, which I think is because people are just tired of rude customers.
Yeah, people suck.
Better pay and benefits, finding remote work, and landing a job people are passionate about are some of the top reasons for seeking new work.
That's the one that I'm most excited for, is I do think there's like this big movement to actually find a job that you like, which is cool. It's cool
Right.
to see.
Yeah.
So
And the big push on remote work. Like I said, 60 Minutes the other night had someone on for LinkedIn, and they were saying that that is becoming such a bargaining thing. People don't want to go back to, they don't mind working, but when they work from home, they can get so much more done.
yeah, I saw something on TikTok yesterday about working from home, and everyone in the comments is like, best thing that ever could have happened. They're like, I actually feel like I'm like spending a good amount of time with my kids. All the kids probably think differently.
Yeah,
but,
right.
But that's,
Speaking of TikTok users have been peeling raw eggs, which takes hours and requires special tools. It's being called the Egg Peel Challenge. It has been documented on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Many of the egg peel challenges have received thousands or even millions of views. Toothpicks, cuticle pushers, tweezers, and metal blemish extractors are the common tools that are being used to separate the shell and the fragile membrane. Some challenges succeed and have a perfectly unshelled egg membrane that's pale yellow in color, while others fail and break into the egg and the egg white and the yolk.
I just kind of want to know what the feeling is after you do it. Because, you're doing it and you're making the video and you're going viral, but then you just end up with a skinless egg and you just wasted hours of your life.
The people
It feels weird.
The people doing this describe the activity as oddly satisfying,
Do a puzzle.
relaxing, or fun. By the way, they do say that doctors and dentists have long practiced egg peeling as a way to develop their surgical skills. But in the last 2 years, people who aren't in the medical field have been testing it out for themselves.
From now on, I'm not going to a dentist that hasn't peeled an egg. That's my minimum requirement.
You're going to sit down to regret. Oh, by the way, have you?
Yeah.
Tom Brady takes care of his friends. Rob Gronkowski went into the game Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals with the possibility of hitting $1 million in incentive bonuses. All Gronk needed was 7 catches and 85 receiving yards to hit 2 separate bonuses of $500,000 each. While Gronk hit the yardage bonus early in the second half, he remained 1 reception shy of that final bonus with under 7 minutes to go in the 14-point game. And the Bucs were about ready to pull the starters at that point, with the number 2 seed already locked up. Well, Brady was not coming out of the game until Gronk got the full $1 million. CBS footage on the sidelines showed Brady retrieving his helmet and telling the coaching staff he wasn't coming out of the game because he still had work to do. Moments later, Brady got Gronk the full bonus with a short pass near the sideline. And right after that, Brady came out of the game and Blaine Gabbert went in. It was really all about the bonus. Kind of cool.
I'm just thinking, I hope there weren't any Bucs players that didn't get the bonus and they're sitting here like, thanks, Tom. I was 6 yards shy, but I didn't make a big deal about it.
I know.
Jeez.
Must be nice to be Gronk.
I like the title, though. Brady takes care of his friends. I can think of thousands of friends in New England he just stopped taking care of. Thanks, Tom.
Hey, did you see this one? The U.S. Department of Labor filed a lawsuit against an auto body shop owner who settled up with a former employee in pennies. It's the A.O.K. Walker Auto Works in Peachtree City, Georgia. The guy is accused of retribution after a former employee complained to the government that he hadn't received his last paycheck. He apparently gave 2 weeks' notice back in November, but he had not been sent his last paycheck in January as promised, so he reached out to the Georgia Department of Labor. He ended up getting the $915 he was expecting, but it was a 500-pound pile of oil or grease-covered pennies that was dumped in his driveway.
Wow.
He says he now spends time each night working to clean the 91,515 pennies because he won't be able to cash them until they're clean. And apparently it's quite the effort. He says working his way through several hundred just took 90 minutes.
See, not only did he get paid in pennies, he got paid in grease and oil covered pennies. There's a level of pettiness to pay with pennies, which I think is funny sometimes if someone deserves it.
Yeah.
But the fact that he has to clean each one, that's just, I think you're reaching a cruelty level.
Yeah.
That's, wow.
Yeah, I think so. And the culinary world is constantly changing these days. Restaurants have become more extravagant, and classic cuisines have been overtaken by some wacky new ideas. The more unconventional the ideas get, the more likely they are to draw crowds. What's true at restaurants is also apparently true at sporting venues. And that's where we learn about the latest option available to the Houston Rockets fans. You're looking at a hot dog with mac and cheese and Fruit Loops on top. They went on sale recently at the Toyota Center in Houston. The reviews have yet to come pouring in. It'll be interesting to see what the people of Houston think of this monstrosity.
Why did you have to add Fruit Loops?
Yeah, it was
Like, you were fine at mac and cheese. I actually encourage that. Mac and cheese needs to be on more things.
Yeah.
It's one of those foods where the vast majority of people enjoy mac and cheese.
I think so. I think you're right.
And a lot of, who was it? No, Sheldon Cooper was, I think it was like spaghetti with chopped up hot dogs. But people like like chopped up hot dogs and mac and cheese.
Yeah.
That meal makes sense. Why the Fruit Loops?
Dana, our chef, do you have any? Were they looking for a certain taste, or
I don't think so.
I don't care.
Personally, I don't think so.
Hey, it is Stumpah time.
Stumpah.
Yes, we give you a brand new Stumpah this morning after we had a winner yesterday. Abby came up with the answer that 3% of the population does not like spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, a brand new question today. We do this more than any other country on earth. What is it? We do this more than any other country on earth. What is it?
Complain about how cold it is outside. No, I'm just kidding. Real quick, though, in the chats.
Yes.
Diane said, harsh Matt, jealous much? I forgot what I was. I don't know. I complain about a lot of things. I don't really know what that was about.
What were you jealous about?
Let me know. I'll let you know if I'm jealous or not.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. There was something up here. Paul said it's 52 here in Orlando. Brr.
Oh.
I will say that is pretty cold for Florida, though.
True.
But just give it a couple hours. I'm sure it'll get up to 80.
Oh, yeah.
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 So
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
We love everyone.
Yeah, go to the
Thank you.
beach for us, Paul.
Yeah,
go to the
that'd be
beach.
nice. Yeah.
Let's see. Kat says the only time I took a cold shower was after a softball tournament.
Oh, when you were out in the heat all day?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
All right.
Even then, though, I'd probably wait to cool down and then take a hot shower. That's just, I'm not a fan of cold shower.
No.
I'll do a cool shower if need be, you know? Like not a super hot shower.
Okay.
Something kind of cool, but not cold. No.
Hey, and, you know, in a house with 4 kids, there were plenty of times when, you know, everybody showered. So if you were last, you didn't have hot water.
This is a house with 1 kid now, and we still run into that problem somehow. I don't understand how.
When there's, you know, when there's no hot water, it's like a mad dash to get out of the shower.
Yeah.
You know?
Dana says, yes, Matt, people suck. Amen. And Lori said, yes, everyone I know in retail are saying people are more rude now than ever. It's somehow there's been this like mass, I don't know. Everyone is just like so entitled now. Like we all think we're the most important person in the room kind of thing.
Yeah,
like there's a lot of people at stores that think that like the store was made for them and their shopping experience,
it's gotten worse.
It should go their way. Like,
and it's gotten worse.
Oh, it's got way worse in the past couple of years, and I don't know why. Like, you know, we're all important in like the, you know, self-confidence kind of way,
right?
But we're not more important than everyone else. So, but for some reason, people think that. I don't know why. But if you're one of those people, stop.
And I'm not. I mean, I don't. No one in our immediate family works in a restaurant, but I've heard so many stories that I think restaurant workers have it even worse than retail right now. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I could probably see that, though. People are so, like, I don't know. When it comes to, like, dining out, they think that, I don't know, they're going out to be served, which technically they are, but, but to them, that makes them, like, the highest member of society, apparently. I don't know. Yeah. Just be a nice person, people, and stop with the crap. That's all I got to say. Should we do a Stumpah?
Yes. All right, let's do. Stumpah this morning is we do this more than any other country on earth.
More than any other country.
I'm surprised at this. I didn't realize that this wasn't a thing in other countries.
Okay.
Evidently, it's not as popular to do this.
The first answer I see is from Gail. Waste food.
Waste food. No.
Good answer, though.
You're right.
Probably a good answer.
We do waste a lot.
Gary says eat.
Eat. No.
Another good answer. That logically makes sense. I think we lead the world in obesity.
Just look around.
Dana says talk on the phone.
Oh, no.
Nope.
All great guesses, though.
Let's see. Oh, Diane said Brady. That's what I was jealous about.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I
Yeah.
like Mac Jones, but I miss Brady.
Yep.
Let's see. Diane said sit in traffic.
No, that's not it.
That's probably a good one. L.A. probably is the leader in traffic, right?
Uh-huh.
I heard you can spend 20 minutes going like 3 miles in L.A.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Let's see. Abby said, can you read the question? It's a little blurry on my screen. It could be, you can change the quality. Sometimes YouTube like bumps down the quality on your end. So just hit the gear, hit the whatever it says, and then hit 1080p, and it'll be blurry. But if not, it's we do this more than any other country on earth.
We do this more than any other country on earth. That's the question. So what is it?
Let's see.
It's
Be on our cell phones from Gary.
no.
No.
No. Good guess, though.
Probably the entire world is on their cell phones too much. I don't think
I
that's
would
a
think
country-specific problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. If you travel overseas, you'll see that.
Abby says, advertise medicine on TV.
No, that's not.
Not it.
I used to say that if you watch the evening news, if you just watch the evening news, you would sit here and say, God, America's screwed up. They can't, they can't poop. They can't stop pooping. They can't,
Yeah. Diane did say most of us don't do collaborative songwriting when in traffic, however. Why not? Why not is what I ask you.
It's a good way to spend the day.
Except when you finish the song and you're still in traffic, and that's a bummer. So, and that's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you don't want to start another one,
Abby said, we do this more than any other country on earth. She said, put people in jail, LOL.
You're right, but no, that's not the answer.
A lot of very logical answers.
They really are.
Which, when you hear the real answer, you'll probably be like, wow, those other answers were way more logical. Definitely made more sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a hint, but there you go. Here we go. Another great answer. Gary says, charge the most for healthcare.
No, that's not.
But another phenomenal. All of you are winners today.
Yes.
I love all of these.
You're giving us some good stuff.
Yeah. Abby says, dine out.
No, it's not dine out.
Diane said, I would love the answer to be vote.
Votes, but no.
No, but you're right. It would be nice. Dana says, eat processed food.
Oh, yes, we do, but no, that's not it.
Not it. Lori says, travel.
Travel. No, it's not travel.
Not it.
No.
Not it.
All right, so.
Abby said, dine out. Now she's saying, dine in.
Dine in. No.
But I think that's where we're going to cut it off for the day.
All right. We'll come back with the clue tomorrow.
We officially stumped you.
We got a Stumpah here on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Today's fascinating fact. Did you know that more people visit France than any other country? Spain is second. The U.S. is third.
Wow. Everyone going to see the Eiffel Tower.
I guess, right? I know. I've always said, and I think I've said on the show that I'd love to go to Italy or maybe Greece, but France is number one.
You've been to France, haven't you? You guys saw the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. We went up at the Eiffel Tower.
Pre-K, pre-kids.
Pre-kids.
Yeah.
Pre-kids. In the, let's see, what do we have for you today? Oh, the story about men and looking in mirrors. A study finds that men are not exactly thrilled with their appearance. In fact, men on average rated their attractiveness at 5.9 on a scale of 1 to 10. Hey guys, are you a 10? I'm about a 5.9. The poll, which was commissioned by Superdrug Online Doctor, surveyed over 1,000 men in the United States and the UK to examine how men are feeling about their body image. Overall, 42% say they're happy with the way they look. That number is even lower, though, among men between 36 and 45 and men between 46 and 55. Only 36% like the way they look. 40% say looking in the mirror is the top cause of their body insecurity issues. Their overall health and social media also contribute to this. So solution, never look in the mirror.
And don't go on social media.
When it comes to what men think the ideal male specimen looks like, many think they don't quite measure up. Although the average height of the respondents was 5'10", most men believe the ideal height for a man is over 6 feet tall. That's another thing I wish that I had learned or accepted sooner, to be okay with who I am.
Do you accept it now?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty. This is what you got. You know.
So it just takes 85 years to finally get there.
Man, I stress so much about this.
But your hair?
About my hair. No. What do you think? My head? No.
If it makes you feel any better, I stress about it too because I'm staring into the future there.
Yeah. Yeah. And you've seen your brother.
I think that's why.
Pretty much.
I feel like subconsciously that's probably why I've had long hair most of my life.
Ooh.
Because I look at you and I'm like, gotta hold on to it while I can because I know it's going away at some point.
And the only advice I would have to you is like, just don't stress. Go with it. You know, just don't stress over it.
Would you also say don't wear a toupee? Didn't you do that for some time? I think we've talked about it on the show.
I got talked into doing that.
Yeah.
For a client. Yeah.
But I think we talked about it. It wasn't the worst looking toupee.
No, there are some that were worse.
That was back in your tracksuit days.
Justin likes
Justin's
those tracksuits.
a big fan of the tracksuits.
He's a big sag. Yeah. Talking about sleep this morning, 78% of us drift over to our phones in the last hour before falling asleep.
Yep.
Do you? Mm-hmm. A survey of more than 2,000 adults looked at how using certain apps just before bed affects our sleep quality. All right, you said we probably all know what's the worst one.
TikTok.
The most disruptive app is TikTok.
It doesn't end. That's why, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It just keeps going. There is no end. You never reach an end.
The majority, 89% of participants wake up, of those that go to TikTok, wake up feeling tired compared to 20% of those, 24%, who had zero electronic engagement before sleeping. TikTok users took over 1 hour longer than average to fall asleep. And they spent only 14% of their sleep in the REM phase.
See, how do you calculate that, though? Like, do you know how long it took you to get to sleep last night? I don't, because I'm just trying to go to sleep, and then at some point, I'm asleep. And I don't, like, keep track on a stopwatch.
Right. I can tell you, last night it didn't take long to fall asleep. No, probably, and I'm guessing, 10 minutes.
I would say I'm somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep Junkie is the company that did this survey. They recommend not using any electronics for at least 2 hours before bedtime because of the blue light they emit.
See, here's my thing, though. What else? Because I've heard that a lot. Like, in the last, 2 hours before you go to bed, don't go on your phone. At that point, what else do you do? I mean, you could read a book, but no one's going to read a book for 2 hours.
No.
So, I don't know. It's the end of the day. It's the time to relax.
Right.
What are you going to do for 2 hours? Because you can't just go to sleep, because then that's not 2 hours before you went to bed. So it's like you need to put down your phone and then do something else for 2 hours that doesn't involve a phone.
I'm surprised at the 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, 2 hours.
Also,
so last night I did, what did I do last night? I watched some TV.
Yeah.
Then I took Charlie for last call. Then I went upstairs, and I have noticed a difference between going on your phone and reading a book as far as quality of sleep.
Yeah, but that's what, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe? Not 2 hours.
Not 2 hours, no.
Plus, at the end of the day, you're finally done doing stuff. Like, you're free. You have free time.
Right.
Catch up on some social media. That's what I do.
I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah. Look out for that TikTok.
But apparently 2 hours, people.
It's the blue light, I guess. Is that what we're getting from these? Blue light? Looks white to me.
Well, it's not like the actual color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Blue light stimulates the brain and reduces melatonin production, making people feel more alert before bed, which can lead to poor physical and mental health. So put the phone down.
I don't know. It's just tough.
Time for today's random question. What outdated technology do you still use and refuse to get rid of? What outdated technology do you still use and refuse to get rid of? Now, some of the suggestions I had were a paper grocery list, which when I was shopping, I used to use that.
Yeah, you did.
A paper list. Mm-hmm. And have you ever gone shopping with a list and you don't have a pen?
No.
It screws me up because you can't cross off what you already bought.
That's true. That would be hard to keep track.
So
at that point, do you just get some ketchup off the shelf and well, you got to do what you got to do?
No, I mean, I would go without a pen.
Or do you feel like you're in a Harry Potter movie and you just slice your hand open? You're like, I need this.
Wow, that's
You got to do what you got to do.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw Goblet of Fire, if anyone's a Harry Potter fan. So.
I can remember times when I've been at the grocery store and I'm like digging through the car.
At that point, do you go home? Do you buy a pen? You could buy a pen.
You could.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I ever did,
when you get there, just put the package.
I think I tried to do it without crossing off, and you know what happens? You forget to buy things because you think you got that.
And you lose track. You're all over the place. I mean,
That's right.
Not often do you get grocery. Actually, probably never do you get groceries in the exact list in which they're in.
Yeah, I used to try to make the list
But you
in
can't.
order.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't.
But then you
work
get
out
to the
that way.
end, you forgot something that's supposed to go away in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
I posted this online last night, sort of a tease. Hey, coming up tomorrow, we're going to talk about this. And some people actually responded already. Our friend Greg in Florida said, I have a boombox radio with a dual cassette deck and everything works. He still uses it.
See, that's the part that's surprising is that everything works.
Yes. Yeah. Vin says he has he still has a videotape recorder because he says I have too many tapes to give it up. Well, yeah. I mean, if you have a big movie collection.
Yeah, Dana said VCR movies. My question is, though, Dana, do you watch them? Like, is it more of a thing to keep, like to have, or do you still watch them? Because we have VHS tapes, but I think they're in the attic because our tape player broke.
Yep. And Mom went on a kick of replacing all of the Christmas movies on DVD.
You know what she hasn't done is the Disney movies, but everything's on Disney Plus now.
Oh, that's right.
So I don't know if she will.
Jean wrote in and said, wish I didn't trash my VCR and every episode of the Dick Van Dyke Show. Yeah, every episode of the Dick Van Dyke
Is there a
Show.
difference between VCR and VHS?
I don't think so. So VCR is a video cassette recorder, and VHS is the tape.
Probably video home.
What did it stand for?
Solution. I don't know.
You had back in the day. You had two choices. You could have VHS or you could have Beta.
Oh, I'm assuming Beta lost because I've never heard of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Beta lost.
It sounds like it.
So anyone else? We again, this is outdated technology you still use.
Yeah, let's see. I do have a couple. Like I said, Dana said VCR movies. Gail says my Rolodex.
Oh, cool.
Which is that's for
that's
contacts,
telephone
right?
numbers. Yeah,
those look pretty cool. I respect that.
Do you?
Like if I walked in and someone has that on their desk, they probably never use it, but I'd be like, that's pretty cool. You'd probably use it for Christmas cards. I could see you doing that.
Yeah, because right now I use an address book.
Yeah,
right now that we still.
That's
have.
For me. I would say like a day planner. Like I still have.
Okay.
I have it right here.
Yep. Always nearby.
Big fan of a day planner.
That was on my list. Well, actually, this is sort of different. A paper calendar hanging. Well, for us, it's hanging in the kitchen.
In the kitchen, yeah.
How many people still use that?
Because for us, it's very important.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because if and this guy loves to schedule things when he's not supposed to. So yeah, he never uses it. He probably should.
Yeah, I should. And I don't always fill it out either. Like I just booked an eye appointment. Mm-hmm. This is what I get. Everyone says, when they're trying to get doctor's appointments, they're like, "Oh, I can't get anything until March." I called yesterday and they gave me an appointment for next Monday.
Well, I mean, it depends.
Cool.
It's different for everything. I mean, I was that way with the eye doctor, but the dentist was booking like 3 months out. So.
Wow. So anyway, what I'm getting at is I booked this appointment for next Monday and I didn't write it on the calendar. So that's
you're going to get yelled at.
Yep,
you're going to get yelled at. For me though, for the day planners, I love crossing things out.
Yes.
And I tried to use my phone. There's to-do lists you can do on your phone. It's just, for one, it's not as satisfying. Just like clicking the checkbox.
Right.
Don't like that as much. And number two, when I would pull out my phone to check my to-do list, you get distracted.
True.
You get a notification, you get a text message, you're like, oh, I got to answer this now. And then you're like, wait a minute, why did I pull out my phone? And then
I am so glad to hear that, though, because I was wondering if I'm the only one that really, when I say, oh, I got to look this up. Oh, but wait, I got mail?
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? For
me, it'll be like a Snapchat. Like I'll be like, all right, let me check my to-do list. And then there'll be a Snapchat. And then I check in with the Snapchat. And then I check the Snapchat stories. And then I'm like, well, I haven't been on Instagram, so I can't do it.
All right.
You gotta just put the phone away.
Too many distractions.
Nothing can be on the phone. Nothing can be on the phone.
And the only other thing I had here for the outdated technology, we refuse to give up. The other thing on the list is a landline telephone, which I hardly ever use.
We technically have, but it's always muted because we just get spam calls
It's
on it all
all
the time.
spam.
Yeah, let's see. We do have some answers here. We have Abby says paper grocery list with a pen in aisle order. I've bought pens before because I didn't have one. That's like people buy food and like a drink while they're grocery shopping, and they like eat and drink it while they're grocery shopping, and then they pay for it.
Yeah.
For some reason, that bothers me. Like, what if you get there and you realize you forgot your wallet? Well, you just ate a half bag of chips. What are you going to do now? You're going to steal the other half.
I can see your point. Yeah.
I don't know. It bothers me.
It does.
I forgot who it was. It was probably like, I don't know, someone's ex-boyfriend or girlfriend in the family. But I just remember like they did that one time, and I was like, okay, so you're a criminal? Like, that's what, you're a criminal now?
I've seen
Good thing that didn't work out. I don't know who it was, but they're no longer in the family.
I've seen it done with kids.
Really?
Like, yeah, somebody will open up a bag of goldfish or whatever, and I'll pay for it later.
I think Sarah's done that.
Has she done it?
I think she's done it with Liam.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. Bothers me for no reason. Anyways, Abby says, paper calendars, notebooks for lists, actual photo albums, and books. Everyone just uses their phones and DVDs. I have a bunch of those. Yeah, I feel like scrapbooks were big when we were younger, but they've declined a little bit because we all have phones.
All of our pictures are tied up in these things.
Every now and then, though, Trish will print a batch of photos.
Yep, she will.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know. Like every couple months, I'll just randomly see a stack of photos on the bar. And I flip through them to see how important I was this year. Never at the top of the list. I need to do more, I guess.
And it's so funny how you can get the pictures printed now. You can just send them from what we do. We send them from the phone to the place, and then it's like half an hour later they're done.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You know,
technology
compared to the old days when you used to
developing film,
drop off your film and pick it up in a week.
Yeah, you need like the dark room and everything, right?
The red light.
Yeah,
hanging pictures to dry.
But I mean, that stuff still exists, which is cool.
Yeah, that's true.
So, let's see. Abby says a VCR plays the VHS.
Yes, the VHS is the tape. The type of tape.
All right.
So a VCR plays the VHS.
Gotcha. Dana says my paper calendar is on my fridge. Ours is like right on the side of the fridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's where it's always been. If it moves, we will riot.
It's always a big discussion, too, in December, you know? What are we going to get on the calendar?
Dana says VHS large, Beta was the smaller case.
Yes.
Poor Beta, man.
Yeah, Beta just
didn't stick. People were like, it's got to be a big tape or nothing.
I'll have to check, too, with a friend of mine who used to be in TV, because was Beta used by, I think, TV, professionals would more use Beta than, I think it was, yeah.
I have no idea. Gail says, I do use my Rolodex, and she definitely uses a paper calendar. I think paper calendars are very common. I don't think that one's ever going to go anywhere. It's just, I don't know, it's easier for like families and stuff. Right. You're not going to get your, your entire family to like, everybody check the Google calendar, please. Make sure you're here for the birthday party.
Now, is Kat still with us in the chat? Because Kat has a whiteboard, like of a calendar.
Yep.
And you can just erase it and then fill in all the dates.
See, but my issue with that is what if you need to reference something from a previous month? It's gone.
It's gone. You're right.
It's in the wind now. So
true.
Diane also has a whiteboard calendar on her fridge.
Okay.
Each member of the family is assigned to a unique color.
Oh,
I like that. Does anyone in the house? Does anyone in the house use it to keep me up to date or to write down what they want at the store? No. That's one thing I did. I bought us a whiteboard to put on the fridge for things that we need throughout the week to get in the groceries.
That was a very smart move.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I was never reimbursed, but whatever.
For a whiteboard?
It's your house, but whatever.
For a whiteboard?
It's not my house.
By the way, yesterday's question was about what song or songs can you instantly recognize by just a few notes? We got some answers. Someone said, listen to the music by the Doobie Brothers, which is true. The minute you hear that guitar chord.
Smoking doobies, Doobie Brothers. If you're an Office fan, you get it.
Carol mentioned Hotel California.
I think that one came up yesterday.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
Let's see. Who is this from? I forgot to write it down. Dave Dave said Rolling Stones, Paint It Black. Aerosmith, Dream On. Gloria Gaynor's I Will Survive. Yeah, the minute you hear that piano thing. David Bowie, Rebel Rebel. Also votes for Freebird, Sweet Child of Mine, and Let It Be, but the Beatles.
What about Rebecca Black, Friday? No love for that song. We're not gonna talk about it. Everyone that watches this that doesn't know what that is, you have to look it up afterwards.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll just leave it.
Yeah, Rebecca Black, Friday.
Yeah.
And enjoy is all I'll say.
All right, here's the story about leftovers. I mentioned this last night, and we got some answers already. There's a food survey that found 61% of us are chowing down on leftovers more than ever since the start of the pandemic. Half opt to eat leftovers from a home-cooked meal or from takeout. The most frequently meal that's used and prepared, excuse me, as far as takeout is Chinese. People love to have leftover Chinese.
Leftover Chinese is fantastic.
Yep. Over half believe a key factor is how recently the food was made. All right, so that when you're trying to decide if we should eat this.
I mean, yes and no, as long as it doesn't go bad.
Yeah. Well, number 2 is how it smells.
Well, yeah.
So the first thing people consider is, hey, when did we have the chicken? And the next is how it smells.
I think in general it's like a week. Like a week is the time limit we give.
Yeah. 41% of Americans feel reheatability is also a key factor that would incentivize them to eat more leftovers. So
whoever wrote this article was trying to make it like a very sophisticated study of
so.
leftovers.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it.
So I had to laugh because the thing about how it smells, your sibs, I don't know if was it Sarah or Doug?
Probably both.
Yeah, probably both. They would always say to Mom, "Hey, can you smell this?"
Yeah.
It's like, can't you smell it yourself and decide if it smells bad?
I also realized that Trish is on top of the game when it comes to like keeping the fridge up to date compared to other people. And I'm gonna throw Sarah under the bus because I know she can take it. And I know this wasn't her actually ignoring it because she went on a trip and I think just forgot it was in there.
Okay.
But there was a Tupperware filled with chili in the fridge the entire time I was down there. And I was thinking, like, did she have it recently? I'm pretty sure she had it like a week before I got there.
Right.
I didn't touch it, in case any of you are wondering. That's and Sarah, if you're watching this, throw it away, please. If it's still there, please throw it away.
So our question this morning, what foods make the best leftovers? All right. What do you think makes the best leftovers? Let's see. We got a couple of comments already overnight. Somebody said day-old meatloaf. Day-old meatloaf. Now, you're not a meatloaf fan.
No,
so.
and the reason why I won't agree with that statement is, in my opinion, most things with hamburger in it aren't good as leftover.
I don't know. That by the way, that was from Gail, so I don't know if she wants to join us today. But
if you want to defend your statement, but I have a tough time having hamburger the next day.
Last night, Gail said, I got to agree with her, though. Day-old meatloaf can be really good rewarmed.
I stand by my answer.
And let's see, Gene said, as far as leftovers, Thanksgiving dinner is the best.
Yeah.
So
yeah, although, I don't know, I feel like you always think that there's more leftovers than there is, in my opinion. Like, I always go to make a second plate, and it's, like, uneven with what's left. And and that bums me out sometimes. You go back after Thanksgiving, you're making the plate, and you're like only looking forward to stuffing, and there's no stuffing left.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, I guess I'll choke down this turkey and just act like I enjoy it.
And isn't there always like pounds of green bean casserole left?
Yes.
You know?
And I'm sorry, but even the people that like green bean casserole don't like it that much.
Yeah.
No one's having a bowl of green bean casserole.
I mean, I'll have a little bit, as for a side, but there's always too much green bean casserole left.
Yeah, I do have some answers. Diane says next day pot roast. Yum. I haven't done a pot roast in a while.
No, we haven't
and
done
so,
that.
And so I don't know about the leftover. What did they call it? Leftover ability?
Reheatability?
Sure. Yeah, whatever.
Reheatability.
Abby says casseroles and stews are good a day later. I'll agree with casseroles. Stews.
You're not a big stew guy.
Depends on the type.
Okay.
Yeah. Like beef stew is great because of the dumplings, not because of the stew itself.
Yeah, that's the best part.
That's my professional opinion.
Yeah, it's the dumplings.
Lori says pizza leftover is good too, and kale soup is always better the next day after the flavor gets better. I will agree with pizza.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been a time I've had leftover pizza and thought it was bad. It's not. Leftover pizza is phenomenal.
The only problem I have is, what's the best way to reheat? I mean,
reheat pizza?
Yeah. I mean, if you throw it in the microwave, it gets mushy, right?
Well, first off, I think cold pizza doesn't get enough love.
Oh, yeah.
Cold pizza is phenomenal.
It is.
But second, I don't know. I reheat it enough so that it's warm, but not, I don't know. I try and keep it from the greasy level.
Okay.
It's some people put pizza in for like 2 minutes. Talking about you, Trish.
Yeah.
She struggles to reheat things.
Yeah,
she has a big problem with that.
Yeah, she likes to go like a couple minutes.
But if you put it
just,
if you put it in for like 2.5 minutes, that's when it gets greasy.
Yeah.
And it's like just literally a soggy piece of paper. I think I messed with Charlie.
Didn't we talk recently on this show about reheat pizza in the microwave and something about a little cup of water or something?
Yeah, I think Abby said something about that.
Yeah.
So was it pizza? I don't know.
I think so.
Dana says marinara the next day, or the next day or two, the flavors meld more. I'll agree with that. Spaghetti,
Yes.
in my opinion, is better the next day. I know I was giving spaghetti some hate yesterday.
And I know you don't like this dish. Okay, and it's because you don't like ricotta cheese. That's where I've decided.
Tastes like chalk.
Lasagna is better the next day.
No thanks.
I know you don't like it. If anyone else, do you agree? Lasagna is actually, I think, lasagna is better the next day.
Yeah, Kat said I love spaghetti and lasagna leftovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say yesterday I think there was confusion. Someone said I don't like pasta, so I would just like to make a formal statement.
Oh, no.
that I would die for pasta, literally, and that's not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
Spaghetti I had so many times. I'm not a fan of spaghetti anymore.
Right. And I can see
every other pretty much type of pasta except lasagna.
Yep.
Which I don't really consider a pasta anyways, but I would literally die for pasta. I mean that.
It's the ricotta cheese you don't like.
It tastes like chalk.
Yes.
So I don't know how that's enjoyable to anyone, but I judge you slightly if you enjoy it. Dana says, kale soup for today since it's so cold.
Ooh.
I don't know if I've had kale soup, to be honest.
I have not. I don't think. Well, I might. See, your mother says you must have. You lived around here all your life, so.
Gail says green bean casserole is not good after the first time. Bold statement to make. And that's coming from someone that is, I don't know, I guess somewhat has made a profession of making bold statements. Abby says freshen it up with some fried onions. Yes.
Oh,
yeah, but aren't
okay.
the fried onions are already in the green bean casserole?
Right.
And that's the thing. I think they get soggy, I think.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
That's just my opinion. A lot of people talking about leftovers, and I love this. Leftovers are the thing that brings me the most joy in life. That's the truth.
But you don't like it if we plan that for a meal, though, do you?
No, because this makes me sound unhealthy.
See, because there are some nights, and we make out the menu for the week. And, I'll be making it out and I'll say, well, then Wednesday we'll have leftovers. He hates that.
I like leftovers for lunch or a snack. I don't like them for dinner again. I don't know. It's like you had them for dinner already. So
Okay.
That's just me. Lunch and a snack, and then something new for dinner. That's just me. Dana says toaster oven for leftover pizza. We had a toaster oven. Trish never wanted to get another one.
Huh.
I don't know why. I don't know if she wants to make a statement.
The toaster oven for leftover pizza.
Yeah.
Good call.
Pizza and rice use a cup of water.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a
We'll
fan
have to
of.
try it.
I'm not a fan of. What you mentioned. In fact, you polished out the Chinese food last time, right?
I did.
Did you like the rice? I don't like the rewarm rice.
Fried rice, I like.
Yeah.
Other like normal rice, no, it's not good. Ooh, this is where we'll end it because we are getting a little long with the leftovers thing. The one food that breaks my heart that it is terrible as a leftover, mashed potatoes. There's no good way to reheat mashed potatoes.
No, there isn't.
They're
There isn't.
not good
No.
as a leftover. Has to be eaten in its prime. And that's it.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly agree with you on that.
Moment of silence for leftover
potatoes.
mashed potatoes. Back
Okay.
to you.
So anyway, just to wrap up this survey here, pizza came in number 1, best food to have as a leftover. Excuse me. Meat is number 2, just as meat. Then pasta, and they mentioned rice rounding out the top 5. But unless it's fried rice.
Unless it's fried rice, yeah.
Over half of the respondents believe Chinese takeout and roasted potatoes are leftover worthy foods. Another 47% even think tuna and egg salad are worthy enough to save for later.
Well, tuna goes in the fridge. Like,
Yeah,
that's not. I don't really consider that a leftover. You make tuna, you keep it in the fridge, you just keep having it.
that's true.
Egg salad is the devil's food. I hate egg salad.
And by the way, eggs and sushi are described by some as the worst things to keep as leftovers. I don't know why you would keep eggs as. I mean, if you made too many scrambled eggs in the morning, you would keep it. I don't know
that'd be
why.
Gross. That'd be gross.
And I'm not a sushi guy, so I can't comment.
I will say one funny sushi story, and then we'll end it. The other day, so Sarah was traveling, as we mentioned yesterday, and they made it to Orlando, and they had to spend the night. This big 2-day travel that they were on, and Sarah told me that when they were in Orlando that night, she wanted sushi. And I said to her, you're in the middle of a huge travel day.
Right.
You need to be on a plane tomorrow. And you want to have sushi from a place that you've never had it before.
Right.
That doesn't seem like a wise idea.
Can you trust it?
Luckily, they were closed. Sushi was no longer an option. I was like, you probably lucked out there. Like, that doesn't seem like a wise idea, personally, to me.
Because I would think you would want a place that has a good reputation for your sushi, right?
But yeah, because I feel like, and I'm not a huge sushi guy, but I feel like so much can go wrong and not much can go right when it comes to sushi.
Very well put.
So you need to know, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you're trying a new place, give yourself 48 hours afterwards, just in case. 48 hours where you're not going anywhere, just in case, because it could go very wrong. That's all I'm going to say.
A couple of Hollywood headlines before we wrap up today. Hollywood actors and comedians took to social media yesterday to mourn the loss of Bob Saget, who died unexpectedly Sunday night. Saget was perhaps best known to Americans young and old as Danny Tanner, the wholesome germaphobe and lovable father on the sitcom Full House. John Stamos, who played Uncle Jesse, wrote, "I am broken. I am gutted. I am in complete and utter shock. I will never, ever have another friend like him. I love you so much, Bobby." Candace Cameron Bure, the actress who portrayed Danny's eldest daughter, DJ Tanner, found herself at a loss for words. She said, "I don't know what to say. I have no words. Bob was one of the best human beings I've ever known in my life. I loved him so much." And former Full House co-stars, Mary-Kate Olsen and Ashley Olsen, who we really haven't heard much from over the years. They came out yesterday. The twin sisters said they are deeply saddened. Bob was the most loving, compassionate, and generous man. We are deeply saddened that he is no longer with us, but know that he will continue to be by our side to guide us as gracefully as he always have. And Steve Martin put it simply when he said, "Sad day for the comedy world." So, really was passing of Bob Saget on Sunday night. Evidently, he didn't show up to check out of his hotel, so they sent someone for a what do they call it, wellness check, and they discovered him. And sources say Justin Timberlake has put his return to music on hold. This is kind of interesting. While he has recently teased at collaborations with other artists like Justin Bieber, all could be postponed because of that documentary from Janet Jackson. Allegedly, Justin fears that the documentary, which is set to be released, part 1, will be out January 28th. Justin fears that this will cause chaos for his career. The film, which has been 5 years in the making, will lift the lid on Jackson's career, as well as feature the infamous wardrobe malfunction from the 2004 Super Bowl. The incident marked the decline of Janet's career, while Justin escaped relatively unscathed, even though he was the one that pulled a piece of her corset and exposed Janet. A source said to say that Justin and his team are worried about the documentary is an understatement. In terms of new music, the source added, he has quietly been working on music, but there is no chance he will be putting anything out anytime soon with this hanging over his head. I find it interesting that he's that worried.
I think he came out, I don't know, it was a couple of years ago or last year or something. He came out and he like acknowledged that this happened, and like he same thing, like he made out with basically nothing happening to him. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see.
Shall see.
Yeah.
All right, that'll do it for today. Do we have any comments you wanted to catch up on before?
A lot
we leave?
about leftovers. I'm glad you were all as passionate as me when it comes to leftovers. I did see something about for pizza. Put it in the Diane says air fryer to reheat pizza. After a couple minutes, the crust is crusty again, and the cheese is perfectly melted. See, that's dangerous. I don't do like super crunchy crust. I don't do that. If you cook it too long, that ruins the pizza. So that's dangerous. You got to know what time, or else you're burning the crust. And I don't do that. And Emily said I'm not a fan of ricotta cheese either, Matt. So I feel that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not good. It's chalk. It's
not alone.
literally chalk. Diane says, exactly, you've lived here your 22 years and you must have had kale soup. I feel like that statement comes up a lot, that I've lived here for 22 years. Just because you live in an area doesn't mean that you have to have kale soup. It's still kind of a weird thing. It's a more obscure thing to have, I will say.
I've lived here for 60 years, and if I've had kale soup, I don't remember it.
I don't think it's as common as people that eat kale soup think it is. I think people that eat kale soup think it's like the end-all, be-all. No offense to my kale soup eaters. I haven't had it. I don't know whether it's good or not.
Right.
But I feel like that's... Not a lot of people eat kale soup, but... So that's all I'm going to say.
I think you're probably right.
I don't hear many people talking about kale soup. And especially... the people that eat kale chips, I'm a little worried about you. They hype that up like it's a real chip. It competes with Lay's chips. It doesn't. I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
Anyways.
Hopefully we started your day off on a good note, because that is always our goal here. If you enjoy what we do, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are live weekdays here on YouTube, but also available on all of your podcast apps. Don't forget, you can leave us a voicemail with your questions, comments, birthdays, or anniversaries. 774-473-9910. Don't forget, we do have Feel Good Friday stories for you. So if you have a Feel Good Friday story, you can call that number and tell us about it. We leave you with our thought for the day today, and our thought is, growth is painful. Change is painful. But nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere you don't belong. All right. No matter what, go out and make it a great day.
Peace.